Yeah. Wanitesa mimi yatima. Baba na mama wameniacha. Walipokuwepo nilithaminiwa sana, lakini kwa sasa thamani yangu haipo tena. Nisaidie Yesu, sina kwa kwenda, wewe ndio kimbilio. Kwa nini mimi? Kwa nini mimi niitwe yatima?
Fellow Ambazonians, my fellow brothers and sisters, greetings to you all around the world. Today I have come to give a short press briefing on the occasion of our fallen heroes. Today is a national mourning day that we have adopted in Ambazonia. Every 21st of December mark commemoration and the remembrance of our fallen heroes. And we are going to touch a little bit about who our fallen heroes are. Today, it happens that at one point, even some of us that have made mistakes that led to the fallen heroes are crying. We all can agree that our mistakes are very devastating. And for most of the time, as we mourn, the most painful death is the one that we know that it was because of our carelessness. The most painful death are those that in one way or the other we were commissioned or submitted to do that. Our submission and or commission to do such things that have caused a lot of pain, agony among ourselves. And I would say one of the greatest reason why we have to put this day is for us to reflect, for each and everyone to reflect, for me to reflect, for you to reflect, for the leaders to reflect, and activists and frontliners and bloggers and citizens and soldiers and civilians to reflect. Some of our brothers and sisters that have lost their lives was because of their colleagues. Some of our brothers and sisters, as we stand today to mourn, lost their lives because of the civilians. And some of them lost their lives because of power tussle and power mongering among leaderships. And some of them lost their life, unfortunately, so sad but truth, because of the manipulation that activists play a very important part. We are all guilty. Even you who was not part of the manipulation, what did you do to stop that from happening? Yes, we are all guilty as a people because we did not do the best to stop it. Today we are all mourning. Today we are all praying that if we knew such mistake could have not been made. But I blame all of us for those things. Before I start to give the briefing for today, which will not be more than an hour, the first thing that I want to remind us, if we are really mourning, really deep in our hearts, in the bottom of our heart, if we are really mourning with sincerity, with a lot of honesty, if we are mourning lucidly and concisely, if we really trust in our hearts that we are mourning for the death, for the fallen heroes, for our citizens that died in the cause of independence fight, why would at this time we still have in-house fighting among ourselves? Why at this time some camps are still keeping their brothers and sisters in captivity instead of keeping the enemy? We are falling short of the glory of the divine that ordained the revolution. We are much of hypocrites if we stand here to hypocritically say we are mourning. But most of those soldiers, what led to the killings is again the same reason why some of the soldiers are still in captivity. It is always a difference in opinions, differences in ideology, these differences in the roadmap, tactics, and opinions. In a society that must prevail, in a society that must succeed, there must be diversities in opinion, in roadmap, in ideologies, and thinking and reasoning. Are we not a culturally diversified people? How do you want someone that eat fufu to behave like someone that eat kwakuku, or someone that eat ekwang, or someone that eat nkui? We are a culturally diversified people. Eating food cannot make you to be different, but this is just an example that I want all of us to understand that the fact that you may not or might not want to eat nkui doesn't mean nkui is poison. The fact you might not want to eat fufu doesn't mean fufu is poisonous. That is how our opinions are different, but they all come to one thing. Fellow brethren, my fellow brothers and sisters, today I was talking to one of a colleague in Ghana, one of our highest colleague who left all the way from a country in the Western world and came to Ghana to settle to take care of our people, and he has been in every movement. And I tend to ask, where do you belong? And he told me something that touched me. I asked him, where do you belong? He said, brother, anything that concerns Ambazonian, I am there. And I turned around and asked him, if Atanganji Paul bring that his humanitarian gesture for Ambazonian, are you going to be there? He laughed and told me, brother, I have no reply for that because you know the answer. Fellow brothers and sisters, so many of us are crying the death of General Ivo Ba today. But at the time when a lot of hate grew among us, some of you who are crying today did not say anything apart from flaming it. So many, I have screenshots of anyone who was saying you will be killed, you will be this, have names. Some of you think you were having your pseudo or ghosted profiles, but I know who you were. You change your name today and you are in Facebook as you today, as if we don't know who you are. Do not know that some of us have taken cyber criminality and cyber bullying, and we know how to fact check who is the person, who was doing what. But then tomorrow, some people are going to be shocked about the Supreme Court. A crime is a crime. A crime is a crime. And we are only going to succeed if we stop at this level. You turn and look at your community where you come from. Is there any soldier in the kidnap or in the keeping of another soldiers? Everyone have a duty to play. What duty did you play at that time that led to the kidnapping of soldiers? General Arke today is being... everyone today talk about General Arke, but this sometimes I sit and I fold my arms and I laugh. I know how we did. I wish we could have done the same thing we did for General Arke to free the General Aibo and Commander Betus, Commander Ojong, Iceman, Timaya. We are talking about the Gusang, Bebier, Tiger, and so on and so forth. I wish we could have done the same thing we did with General Arke and free all these people. So today you will be very proud to call their names, just like you are calling General Arke today. Have you forgotten that you almost supported the killing of General Arke? Have you forgotten how I stood up for 2 months every day coming and creating awareness? Have you forgotten? Have you forgotten the same spirit is the same spirit at the same time when General Ivo was killed? Have you forgotten the same thing, the same time where our soldiers in Moyoka, the Godfather and his team were slaughtered? Not by the Republic to Cameroon. The highest death we cry today are not the one that was caused by our adversity. Our division in opinion. If our differences can lead you to take the life of your brother, you are worse than an enemy. Today, I want all of us to examine ourselves. Are you going to mourn, to pretend to mourn for General Ivo when you are doing nothing to free a Commander Capo that is in captivity? You cannot mourn for a father if his children, the orphans, are in captivity. The best gift to give General Ivo is to make sure all his children are free. You are an activist today, and you are writing in your blog about the death of General Ivo. But then you are saying nothing about those who are keeping the children of General Ivo. You are part of the adversity. You are part of the problem. You cannot mourn the death of a parent when the children of the parent are sick and there is no help. If you have to mourn for the death of a parent or a father or a mother, the best way is in our African tradition. You bring something like food, material things to the children to say, take. We stand with you, our condolences, our regards. How are you mourning General Ivo when the children of General Ivo are on the run in the bushes in captivity? How do Ground Zero and forces, how do you commemorate this day to mourn for your loved ones that lost their lives when you are still keeping some of them in captivity? Are we really thinking? Do we really think about what an independent struggle is all about? We have struggled to exploit things in areas where it is not even, concern. But we didn't win anything in that areas. We came to a revolution. If all want to give our children to a school, you want to have a school that have professors with 20 years experience, 30 years experience, but then you took your revolution as a specimen where you can dissect it from the nose, from the ear, trying to learn new things that you don't know. But you will not take your children and put in a school that have teachers that have on the ordinary level certificate when you have a school with professors for the same amount of money. Look at where we are today. Let us face facts. The truth is bitter. Swallow it, my people. Let us arrive. We can all agree that when the struggle was in the hand of Dr. Akwanga and Dr. Ayaba, everything was okay. Where did we went wrong? We went wrong from the time when we started introducing new people without any portfolio when it comes to a freedom struggle. Look at me. I have been one of the youngest frontliner. I have been one of the person pulling the highest crowd of our people. I have never used that popularity to be a leader, to be a president, to be a this. I have said we together as one people, we can arrive. I am not even interested in leadership positions and so on and so forth. The leadership in me is ordained by God. It's a natural one. I speak for everyone. A natural speaker for everyone. A spokesman for everyone. It is for your children, for our nation. We are in a liberation struggle and not in a governing struggle. You liberate, then you govern. You have got to secure, protect, and then defend. When you secure it, you protect it, and then you govern, you defend it. In the course of defending, that is when governance set in. The life of your people, the blood of your people is so heavy and thick. We all are called to order. Close your eyes and look up and say, if you really want to fight, if you are really mourning and crying for the departure, for the sudden, for the death, for untimely death of our soldiers because of our in-house fighting, what are you doing in your localities to make sure that any soldier kidnapped is released? So we don't have to mourn next year, to mourn for new leaders, to mourn for new soldiers, to mourn for new commandos. Are you saying that you want to prepare yourself to keep mourning every year because of our differences? What profit a man to gain the whole world and not his own soul? A fight for power cannot bypass the life of your people. You cannot choose power fighting governance more than the life of your people. And every time it was because a soldier was forced to come under a soldier. Why should you not act in a way that soldiers be running behind you? Why do you have to force soldiers to come under you? And you know that anything that is built with force must be destroyed. Is it not good for us to show our good skills in leadership so that even a soldier that is already somewhere can run to come to us? I challenge everyone. This submission, I challenge everyone that we should act and let our action call everyone to come under us. Don't even call anyone to come to you. Just act and go. Let us take a dedication, a devotion, a commitment, submission for peace, tranquility, and unity. We have gone a long way. Anytime we are a little bit close to it like this, then we destroy what we have built. Remember, Jesus Christ said a temple that was built in 40 years, he could put down in one day, 1 second. Now, if all of us have done all these things, can we rebuild it in one day? To all of you that are watching me here, this is going to be a time for us to reflect. Are you mourning for the death of our generals? Are you really doing for the bottom of your heart? What have you said about the keeping of his children? If today is the day for us to mourn our soldiers in reality, we have to start by making sure that all his children are freed. We challenge the Ambazonian Governing Council. We challenge the Ambazonian Defense Council to put a plan. We don't know how they are going to do it. Put a plan that liberates every soldier of Ambazonia, of any group. I say of any group that is captured. I don't know how you are going to do that targeted diplomacy within the house. I don't know how you are going to put a project, put a plan to liberate every hero, every brave soldier of Ambaland that is in captivity to any camp. And there is no distinction of any group. Let us for once come back to the drawing board. I challenge the governing council. I challenge, we in this platform challenge the governing council. We as a people, I can't do it by myself. We as a people, go out to your Facebook and blogs and type. We challenge the Ambazonian Defense Council. We challenge the governing council. We challenge the AGOVC. We challenge the ADF. We challenge Seseku Ayoktabi and Yerima to make sure that the collaboration they have with AGOVC free all sons and daughters of Ambazonia in any captivity. We have been fighting to free our people from Konengi, free our people from the terrorists, free our people from any kidnapping of La Republic, to free our people from the enemy, Port Bia. Is it not shameful that we ourselves are in captivity to our people? We challenge the governing council, challenge the ADF, challenge the unity and collaboration between Seseku and Dr. Cho Ayaba to make sure any son and daughter of Amazonia is freed. Let this be done before we enter the new year, so we see the way to move, so some of us can preach this unity, so that we continue to fight to liberate our land. We are crying for the death of General Ivo today. We don't even know where his dead body is. I can tell you people, to be honest, I don't know where his dead body is. I have done everything possible. Of course, we killed it and then we gave it to the enemy. And the enemy took it and used it for their rituals. We have got to put ourselves down and ask ourselves questions. What profit a man to gain the whole world and not his own soul? Fellow brothers and sisters, we look at the life of General Ivan Ba and we admire. When we see General Ivan Ba entering into a community in this manner, I want us to look at this. When you see this population behind General Ivan, but because they heard he is passing, they heard that he is passing. When you see such a population behind, how do you feel that so many people, 99% Ambazonians, sat and in their WhatsApp groups, in their Facebook groups, and discuss about how to take a life of such a person, and yet you want independence? This is in tribute to General Ivo and all the fallen heroes.
You shall cross the barren desert, but you shall not die of thirst. You shall wander far in safety, though you do not know the way. You shall speak your words in foreign lands, and all will understand. You shall see the face of God and live. Be not afraid. I go before you always. Come, follow me, and I will give you rest. If you pass through raging waters, in the sea you shall not drown. If you walk amid the burning flames, you shall not be harmed. If you stand before the power of hell, and death is at your side, know that I am with you through it all. Be not afraid. I go before you always. Come, follow me, and I will give you rest. Blessed are your poor, for the kingdom shall be theirs. Blessed are you that we you shall laugh, and if wicked men insult and hate you, all because of me, blessed are you. Be not afraid. I go before you always.
I don't come, I just come for can look. commander for here. I say, I can see, I can village. If no one see me, if no one see me more, I prepare to see me more. He go tell on a day where he come. I just come because see him, just give what talks, my brother. At least any play Amber day. My brother and the people that fight for this struggle. My brother, I'm not the one my mommy born. If you not do this struggle, you know my brother. My papa and the people that support this struggle, I'm not the one we born. So any place where I go, I see my family, so I'm happy. You know, easy. They will not put a habit for the BSO anyhow. Where here? Run. Even they just tell you not tell and say they come. Run. They call you come. They lie against they come. Continue with the run even 10 times for one day. No take and say because you see Amber boy and there you stand. They go help you for delay them for road. You go inside a house, you pick your good document. But for now, so I believe say no Amber picking no give a B or Amber student or Amber papa. When you give a guess for a good document, see the for us. Better me and chop them for bush. Grab a level 13 rap or 15 because bush me and chop them. Or they will take the document, they help you. I believe so no man will keep any document so under woman has certificate. Any important thing not will be around us. No na so no fit defend about guess flavor go reach will be shortage. Either for instrument them fit short. Or fit short something there for defend on. You know so then get them no man they don't know how much they ban they show and careless. So that for straight bullet for toss some man I beg on live a life for bush. You don't live in a bush people. Yes. When the trouble is down, I will say and say, you know, this Amber picking the road. But now I don't see him for road. So the sun arrive for us. Not all sun arrive in some market. I don't get access to market, I don't get access to hospital, I don't get access to school, anything. So me, any man just make it like very simple. You're gonna two things. Either you be for inside road for the give information, or you be inside bush. If you don't get access to give information, well, like you get what make yourself. Now we will know who you be. La Republic will call you, somebody will call you, La Republic, they will pass on America, they will pass on market, no problem.
This is a time when you don't even know what an AK, how an AK look like. This is a time when they are fighting and sleeping in the bushes, mosquito biting them. You don't even know what self-defense is all about. This is a time when you see running behind maybe some organization or some law firms in America and trying to think running behind somebody, running behind white people, running behind organizations, going to protest in IMF, in embassies abroad, when people are saying, no, we are on our own. We are building our own down there because we are on our own. No, you decide to kill because you think that going to a law firm in America will give us independence. Because you think that creating groups such as Kapas, Kakuf, this will bring us independence. Because you think the blue and white army who will move around and counteract everything to come to you. Yes, money came to you. Everyone preached and brought money to you. You think money can bring independence if money is not put to use properly. Look at where we are today, my people. This was a person that was born with some natural powers. Natural powers. Even if this man has done something wrong to you, look at the way he organized community mobilization. Have you ever heard one day that General Ivo enters a community and La Republic come and attack? This man was gifted naturally. He was gifted naturally. Have you ever heard that he went and mobilized a community and Cameroon come and attack it? He will go out and all the population will come behind him and even La Republic will be afraid to even pass in that community. For everywhere General Ivo went and said comes, La Republic did not. They don't. This man had a natural gifted in something, inert powers. Inert. He was born with some inert powers. But then we will go and then we are the one, either we show the camps or because of differences of opinion. Look at where we are today. We are mourning. The reason why I'm saying this is because at the same time you are mourning, you are still going and typing in your Facebook that Kapos should be kidnapped in Kumbu, in Bui. Kapos should be kept by some people who you think they are the leaders. Think about what happened in Boyo Income. Look at those who thought that they were above General Arke. Today, General Arke is even taking care of the person who was sent to arrest General Arke. Do you know that? The man that was sent to arrest General Arke, the next day, La Republic to Cameroon government shot him from the lake. He confessed everything to Arke. RK is the one that's taking care of the very same person who went and arrested him. Look at life. Look at life. Life is something you cannot define. What goes around comes around. General RK, being a good man, decided to take care of the same person who arrested him and gave to the hands of the Boyo Council. And today, General RK is taking care of that man without one leg. One leg is not. I challenge each and everyone. We as an institution, the ADF, cannot mourn General Ivo if we don't have plans to free all the soldiers in captivity. It does not make sense at all. The better way to mourn for Ivo is putting in strategies that never again shall it happen that any soldier in Ambazonia, be it from any faction, be killed. Not only by the enemy, that we put better coordination, better collaboration, that not even the enemy can see any of our soldiers, not to talk of us ourselves taking a life of our brother. We can only mourn the life of our fallen heroes if we put tough measures, tough security measures. We should not do window dressing. Going and typing in Facebook, General Ivo, General Ivo cannot rest in peace because of your typing rest in peace if you do not free his children. It's been more than 2 months to 3 months. The commanders of Wainama are in captivity in Velkovi. You cannot tell me anything if they are not freed. I am not going to listen to you. It is already more than a month. Commander Capo is in captivity in the Bui Warriors. I am not going to listen to any message from you if he is not free. There is no way I can listen to you. I cannot mourn General Ivo knowing that his children are in captivity. I don't care who is telling anything about it. Cannot listen to it. The better mourning for General Ivo is putting up measures to make sure none of his children will sleep anywhere that is not their comfort. It is the responsibility of an institution of the governing council. It's a responsibility of the defense council. We cannot keep on. People have asked, what is the plan? What is the project? I understand, but time. Should we put a plan that will come in 5 years? In 2 years? In 1 year? If in 1, 2, 3 months, no plan, 1, 2, 3 months to have a year, no plan to rescue, how do you assure the citizens, their families? Not that they have families. And these are the families that their hearts have been like this because they know their children have joined the army and anything can happen to their children. How do you expect these families to be sleeping every day without having any peace of mind that maybe their own very same son can kill their very same son? We should also know that they have families that have emotion. They contact me every day. What do I tell the family of Capo? What do I tell a family of all the soldiers that are being kidnapped? Commander Rene is in Vekovi. What do I tell the family? The family tell me every day. We cannot mourn General Ivo's death today if we don't have a plan to rescue all the children of General Ivo. We cannot mourn General Ivo today if you know you belong to a certain group that is still keeping the children of General Ivo. We are hypocrites. We are falling short of the glory of God. It is completely unheard that you will go out and mourn the life of a father when the children that are orphans are on the streets without anything to eat. The best way in our Anglo-Saxon culture is when a father dies, when a parent dies and leave orphans, you bring food to them. You bring things to them to show your condolences. How do we mourn General Ivo without paying any tribute to General Ivo? General Ivo said his brothers are the soldiers. His families are the parents that are supporting the struggle. He said his parents are not the one that gave birth to him. And his brothers are not the ones that are by blood. If you love me and I die, and you really love me and you have a gift for me, and I have my son and you don't give to my son, then you were a hypocrite. If you have your friend, you love him so much because he's fighting to free your nation, he died, and somebody that's of bad faith, the same person who killed him, take his children, and you know if somebody killed the father of the children and is keeping the children, he can kill the children very easily. And you just sit and you are saying that they will free when they want, when we have series of attacks. It is unheardful. We cannot mourn General Ivo if we have no plan in place to rescue his children. And those who are keeping the children and then still mourning General Ivo, hypocrites of first order. What if the enemy attacked that place and killed them? What if the enemy attacked that place and kidnapped them? Our mourning for our fallen heroes will only be meaningful if we free all the soldiers that we have that are our own. Let us free our soldiers. For any soldier you free that is ours, go and take La Republique 5 soldiers. I don't give a damn. In fact, go and take all the DOs, colonial masters, delegates. I have no problem. Those are the terrorists. Why can you not exchange one of our own Amba commander for the life of 10 soldiers of La Republique? Why would you not even go for La Republique soldiers that are in our cities? Why would you go for one commander that command a camp with more than 200 soldiers? When you take a commander like Capo with more than 200 to 600 soldiers, what comes to your mind? You come to Kwanso, you take Commander Rene to Vekovi, Commander Rene with more than 600 soldiers. What is in your mind? That you don't want Ambazonia to have independence? That you want La Republique to be one and indivisible? The mourning of our fallen heroes can only be meaningful if after this we have no soldier in captivity. The mourning of our fallen heroes can only be meaningful if after this no parent will be kidnapped, no civilian will be kidnapped. The mourning and the crying of our disease can only be meaningful if nothing like that can ever happen again. Not only from the enemy side, never from our side. Never. Look at how they kill our children in some concentrated local government areas. Yesterday, I look at my Google pictures. I have all the pictures. I look at what happened in Belo, in Donga Mantung, in Sop. I cried. I said, look, they went to a school area. We have said, don't put anything like the office in Ground Zero and concentrate them. Put administrators, the council, the prison. And then La Republique will just storm there and kill everyone. We saw it happening. And we know it is because of power tussle. Today, I look at one of the videos where Nambere himself was talking and apologizing. Where Nambere was talking and apologizing and saying he is sorry for he was manipulated to kidnap ADF weapons, to bring so many heads with ADF. And then, after he said the truth, then you send money, you manipulate him with $2,000. Anytime you speak the truth, you use money, you confuse him, you manipulate him the more. Look in the society, my people. Some people are like that. Not everyone can listen, can reason very well. Some people are easily manipulated. Those are the good ones. They are so nice. They are easily manipulated. Whatever you tell them, it convinces them. Nambere is like that. Anyone who speaks to Nambere can convince him. Even the enemy speak to him can convince him. We saw Franklin Jumbe call him last time. I almost convinced him. We saw the consequences. You discover that Nambere is weak in that field because everyone is weak. My weakness is that I cannot forget any part. I can never forget anything. Any part. If you do something to me today, now only when I die that I forget. That is my weakness. I cannot forget anything. My weakness is that. Everyone has a weakness. I know my weakness. I talk so fast. I know I speak fast. And I cannot forget anything. Anything. When I can never forget any past. If you think I can forget something, then it's not me. That's who I am. That's my weakness. Nambere's weakness is that he's easily manipulated, easily confused. Anyone talk to him, he accept. Anyone come with this one, he accept. That is who Nambere is. It's his weakness. You discover that as his weakness. Why you take advantage of that? Listen to this. This is Nambere talking. Apologizing. I did not make this.
With their sole purpose to cause confusion for this revolution. To make our own Amba soldiers fighting themselves because of their group affiliations, because of their county affiliations, because of their divisional affiliations, their tribalistic affiliations.
This I am saying is 1 year old. 1 year old, and Nambere said this. That was a period where General Ivo was killed. You kill General Ivo, and then if we kill Ivo and apologize, if justice means do unto others what you love it done unto you, you want me to kill you to apologize? If justice means give to someone what is his or her due, do you want to come? So I kill you and then I apologize? Let us ask ourselves this question and see the reason why we cannot take the life of our brother. We cannot do that. You can't kill your own brother. You cannot. Never do that. There is a way to solve problems. Listen, my people. If you ask the enemy to negotiate or dialogue with you, and you cannot even dialogue with your own brother, you are worse than the enemy. We have to avoid South Sudan at every cost. And to avoid the South Sudan, you listen to preachings like this. This preaching goes to everyone in Amazonia. We are all to be blamed. Because all these soldiers died, like the ones that are too painful for us, are the ones that we masterminded when there was a confusion among us that led to the killing of these people. When the hate started building up, the hate was building up. We saw activists going and calling certain things in media instead of us standing to tell activists that no, listen, these are your people. No, you allowed activists to go live and guide their own people. And today, look at where we are. If I would come live and criticize it, you will say I'm bringing division and confusion. If I come live and talk to you like a brother who believes in the truth, who don't want to say anything that's lies, you hated me. The only thing you knew was I have poor grammar. The only thing you noticed from me was I write poorly. The only thing you noticed from me was I came from a village. The only thing you care about was I am uneducated. The only thing you care about is I don't have a PhD. I don't have a master's degree. The only thing you care about me was the way I speak. I was a primitive man, a villager. That is all you cared. No, you didn't care about the life of your people. You cared about the messenger bringing the message of unity. I was a unity crusader. I fought for our unity. I stood as a federalist for a long time. I lived as a federalist. I told you people, if I was a federalist now and federation has failed, from the look of things like Republic don't want to secure. Now we are going for independence because our people have been killed because of the blood of our people. Rationally, no one will stand again to want to be part of what killed his mother, raped his father, raped his people, raped his daughter. And then we say we are going for independence. I said, now, if we want to go for independence sincerely and honestly, let us look at for the leaders that have been telling us that independence is the way out. Let us synergize with them if we have to be in that lane. No, you who refuse independence are the way out. You now came to independence and you want to become an independent leader. This is the confusion that made us to where we are today. There is no way an independent leader will go and kill the other forces, because they know that's what is going to take us to where we want to be. How do you want to enter a bus? You want to enter a taxi or a bus to go to somewhere and then you remove the tires. When you remove the tires, how are you going to go to fly? Does the bus fly? Does it have the turbines to fly? You enter a plane to fly from Europe to America, and then you go out and you destroy the turbines. How are you going to travel? How is the plane going to work? How will it function? You enter a plane from Africa to Asia and then you shoot the pilot. How are you going to fly? Look at where we are today, and we are asking ourselves, how do we end there? Because we contributed money and give to leaders give them weapons, not go and bribe them. Leaders go and start bribing, and we are saying it, and you know the reality. We saw it coming, and you call us that we are the enemies of some of you call us blacklegs. Look at where we are today. The money is squandered. We lost soldiers, lost civilians, lost hands of people, people's places being amputated, and you know the reality. What is the importance? Tell me one thing you can say we benefit from raising my trip to Buea. This is a reality talk show here. This day we are talking about the life of our soldiers. We lost so many soldiers during that era. Look at today. Have you got up one day and seen La Republica come and kill a whole local government area? Have you seen it? Let us face the facts. I am speaking with blood in my eye. I lost brothers. My brother was beheaded. And this is because of things that we said that we are not right. We say they jump from tree to tree. They jump from tree to tree. No, the only thing you care is to come in live in TV and read the camps and location of other soldiers. When a leader in the revolution read the camps of other soldiers or other camps in media, and you are still keeping those leaders as your leader, let me tell you the hate that you have. One day, you will pay for it. Salvation is personal. Don't join people to help to manipulate their evil act. Salvation is personal. You shall pay personally for being manipulated, for allowing yourself to be manipulated. God created all of us in his image, and God gave all of us conscience. If somebody tells you something you think is not right, refuse. God gave you the brain. I am a pure agopsist. Yes, I'm an ageist. But you think that anyone in agopsy or AGC or ADF can tell me to do something that's wrong, that's right, that's wrong, I will do it? Have you seen me going to Bui and use money, 5 million, to go and air strike, which you know I can do? I call for lasting solution. Yesterday they held a meeting in Bui, the ADA Bui and the Bui warriors. Next week I shall bring the outcome of whatever comes. I have called for peaceful solution. I have called for dialogue, called for negotiation. Yes, they held a meeting yesterday. Next week I am waiting for the final verdict, because I've called for peace and calm. You have got to negotiate with your people, dialogue with your people, talk to your people. Our differences should not cause you to kill another one. The message is clear. Fellow brethren, fellow brothers and sisters, where are we heading to? Think about our goal, our aspirations. You enter a car from Bamenda to Boya, and then you remove the steering. How are you going to drive? You enter a car from Bamenda to Boya, and then you remove the tires. How are you going to drive the car? You might be hitting the tractor of the car, the acceleration, but the car is not going to move. We have to understand that for a car to leave from Bamenda to Boya, there must be the tires. The driver must be holding the steering. There must be sometimes a motorboy that helps the driver. Passengers should be inside a good car that will leave from somewhere to somewhere. If the car is leaving without passengers, then it's useless, except it's a private car. When then we are talking about struggle, that means the car needs passengers who are civilians and citizens. Motorboy who are like activists. Motorboy are like activists. An activist of a car is a motorboy. A motorboy is an activist who is shouting, oh, Bamina Nkuma, Bamina Nkuma, Bamina Buya, Bamina Buya. Everyone come, 500, 500, 1,000, 1,000. And then when you kill the motorboy, who is going to be shouting now to be telling that this is going to Bamenda Nkumba or Bamenda Munya or Bamenda Boya? Who is going to be talking like that? You cannot arrive. Everyone play a part. And now if the boss, a motorboy kill the passenger, who are you going to carry? Who are you taking to Boya? What is the purpose of the bus? The purpose is to carry passengers from Bamenda to somewhere. And now you kill the people. What are you going to carry now? We have your aspiration to have independence. You have your aspiration, you know we have to fight. We already said self-defense. And you know the self-defense lies in the hands of our brave warriors. When you kill one, you kill the struggle. Sometimes you need to know how to manage them. Somewhere, somehow, you have to share division of labor. Say this one is located in this area. If there's a Jendam police station there, and you come and the Jendam police station there, give them like, this is the task. Now we have 5 police and Jendam stations in the whole state library. Say this one, you are going to fight in this area where there's 1 police station. You are going to fight in this area where there's Jendam police station. We make sure that we target and strike them one day. So that the day you people are striking the Jendam there, we are striking the police here, there's no backup from anywhere. Look, this thing is very easy. If we strategize, Bui, for example, let me tell you people, what the plan I had for Bui. Koshe Kavi Pike, they will tell you my plan. The plan was 1, Loktan, Lokwainama and Takija and the route from Kom. Then, the interior forces are going to be positioned wherever there are those La Republic to Cameroon camps, calling it police station, gendarmeries and so on. Once at the same time, they communicate, BAM! All of them are down at one time. Backup is not coming. Any backup coming from Dop cannot enter, cannot pass Wainama. Whether from Pumban cannot pass Tank, whether from Takija, coming from Kambe, will not pass Takija. Even if they go from Kom, they will not enter. And then we will clean the states. The state is clean. And now at that time, we have a well strategized a way out that if they bring the copter, we have declared Ambazonia a no-fly zone. When we declare Ambazonia a no-fly zone, it means they cannot even bring any copter. We have the right to airstrike it. It is our territorial integrity. We have the right to airstrike it because it is still part of self-defense. No terrorist should use any means, flight, whatever, tanks, armored cars, or whatever vehicle. They are not supposed to land to your land. But then we need to collaborate among ourselves. Instead of collaborating among ourselves, we are causing chaos and division among ourselves. We will stand in our house, give money behind the scene, they collect the monies, put in the state level to take care, but some people will take the money and cling onto it. While we sit behind, giving the money, thinking the money is being shared to everyone. Today, as we are going, let us ask ourselves a question. If we really love our soldiers, and we really mourning them today, what are we doing or what have we done to free those that are still in captivity? If we go to sleep tonight without answering the question of what we have put in place to free the ones that are in captivity, we are simply hypocrites, and we are simply, I don't know how to address it. We are simply weak, hypocrites, and we are very irresponsible. If we go to sleep tonight mourning our soldiers and we don't have a plan to free the ones that are in captivity by their very same brothers, we did not mourn anything. We have not cried anything. We were simply trying to propagate Christ, propaganda, conspiracy Christ. Is not true. The highest cry we should give to our soldiers is free the ones that are risking their lives today. If the enemy, La République du Cameroon, attack those camps and kill them, today we are mourning the other ones that were killed by ourselves, and we cannot even think the consequences or the unforeseen that can arrive to those camps that are holding other people, other brothers and sisters. If we live today and we have no plan in place, whether dialogue or mediation or negotiation, whatever, to free the ones that are in captivity. And if we live today and soldiers in Ground Zero cannot free those that they are holding and sign a peace pact, when you free yourself and you are afraid and you are scared, bring the elders, sign the peace pact and take a traditional oath. Take an oath, put your hand in the Bible, take a traditional oath, cut even the collar and eat it. Drink palm wine. No one will attack another. No one will attack another. Let peace reign. Division of labor. If you cannot fight in one place, in one city, divide the labor. Say from this area to this area is this person, from this area to this area is this person. It's even better when we have division of labor. If you are all born in the same village, villages have quarters, then let another one go to another quarter, and then you synergize. Most of the soldiers belong to one community, have soldier group. I don't even see communities with more than one soldiers. Stop running behind where there are already forces and trying to convert them to under you. If you want to go somewhere and there are already forces, go under them. Seniority is everywhere in America, everywhere seniority. If you go somewhere and there are already soldiers, if you are really an Amba soldier, go and synergize with them to fight this La République and take it out of our land so we can have independence. You are going to work in your various posts. You will be in the post of this post. All of you are going to have your own various posts, and you have your salary, you have your job, you have everything. When we arrive at independence, the faster we arrive, the better for you. Why do you want to create more enemies? We already have a big enemy there to face. Then you want to create enemies even in your village, in your society? Don't you not see that when you arrest a soldier, one soldier has a family, he has brothers. Some of the brothers are willing to join. Do you want the brother of that soldier you arrest to join by fighting you? Remember that all of us joined because La République killed one of our family members. And when they kill the family members, we joined so we can fight La République. Do you want now the family members of those who kidnapped to join because they want to fight you? Why you want to create enemies among yourselves when you can't, when we have not even defeated the main enemy? We want the soldiers to see independence. That is why we are saying this. Listen to Nambere here talking. Let us listen to him for 2 minutes.
For lead this revolution by every means possible, by their desire for make sure they compromise this revolution if nobody there on the front line. For those of you when they don't gather themselves for this revolution, thinking that they will share this revolution from nowhere as a government or as a fake government. For those of you who are job for set confusion between the armies, our boys and our people, they die. Shame for honor. Shame for honor. For God will continue this revolution. He will restore the unity among the forces of Ground Zero. And from now henceforth, Ground Zero alone will take the leadership over the leadership of this revolution.
Yeah, anyhow, fellow Ambazonian, fellow fighters, fellow commandants, fellow generals, fellow colonels, captain, lieutenant, and all the adjutant them, all the big people and all the other fighters, all the day for inside Ground Zero, those for diaspora. They fight this so now our fight. If we brother, they will start to get problem between ourselves. They will not see how we arrange and they will not see how this struggle will go ahead. Me and my brother Ivo na my brother. He know. Say if my brother, right for Tawo de Kumba, right for Tawo don't joa Fongata, we don't want me and he. If we free body, we don't suffer for Isangata. We can't reach again, this suffer again, then only we go to kill ourselves, only we go to fight among ourselves. It be very bad. We also say this so some bad thing the way the past between our means so they make our need feel easy. We need mentor there, they feel the talk for we, they feel the advice we need people they feel encourage you, word of advice, then people they divide we. Yes, I the fighting aside, the one fight na say me my uncle be president, or me some man be president. I the one fight na for say me our country be separated and me who they one. More be one between ourselves, all the Ambazonian soldiers, they more decide the one because we decide the one will take Boyanana so, we'll take all play, we want take anana so. Because can't any man get a rifle, any man get a rifle, any man get a rifle. Away any man get a rifle, we be so join all that rifle together, or we'll decide say people that strong, more take this thing, we'll take anana so. So me and my brother, we don't make peace, we don't understand ourselves. If I don't make mistake, my brother don't forgive me, me I don't forgive you. I don't forget about all three don't pass. What I wait to happen. We thank God say no man no die. We don't query. We don't get misunderstanding. Any man don't know to it, brother do one for you. But they talk what they talk so, I forgive Ivo from my heart. I don't forgive it from my heart. I forget about all things it don't happen. And now a new page we don't open them. All things don't pass. I don't get me no second mind with Ivo for.
And then after some people hear these apologies, what they do? What they did? Turn behind the scene, send $2,000 to Nambere. Say, how can you say this? How can you forgive your brother? We want him deleted. After, like, we have banned ADF. We banned ADF, we banned Soccer, we banned everything. We already banned Dr. Choyaba. How can you say you forgive people we have banned? We want them wiped out. We want them wiped out completely. We want them wiped out. And then they give $2,000. And then the very same person who apologized now, called Ivan now, they went to go now to make some another peace deal. This video is 1 year, the same, it marked the date of General Ivo. This video was made few days, this apology was made few days before the killing of Ivo. And then they wait for them now to talk together as the people that have apologized and they are one now. Boom! They kill a brother. They kill a brother. I mean, if you ask yourself, how did we get to where we are today? And you don't have the answer that it started from the time when some people were forcing all groups to come under AAC. And at a time when every group that refused were banned. You all heard in TVs how some groups were banned. How the newcomers who just came started banning other people. The very same style power was taken from Ivo and Mark Barretta from the interim consortium. The very same style Ayo Seseko Tabi and cabinet is impeached and neutralized. And then the very same style they are jailed for life imprisonment. The very same style we saw pastors praying that they should be treason or jailed for life imprisonment. If we ask ourselves, how did we get here? This is not merciful truth. Merciful truth is we know how we get here. Who was banning who? And you ban who as who? Who gave you the authority or the autonomy to ban others and create confusion in Ground Zero? You create confusion among soldiers, create confusion among civilians because you have a media TV to talk for people to listen instead of using it properly. Some of us have had big popularities. We have never used it to manipulate. Look at where we are today. And you keep now asking, and now I see people becoming like deacons. People are becoming now like holy people sent. The death of our people, no matter who you become today, salvation is personal. You'll be judged. We concentrate in liberation. The last thing I want to say before I go, my fellow brothers and sisters. It is a very big disrespect. It's a big disrespect for us to have created soldiers in Ground Zero. And some people are still going and believing in white man. Let me say here, white man. If the white man is a fighter, let him go down to Ground Zero and hold grass. It is very disrespectful. You have created your soldiers down there, and then you still go and you run behind Oyobo people from one Oyobo to another Oyobo, and you really believe Oyobo can come and free you. When it comes to separate a nation, it is only the people. More than 2 years ago, I held a seminar with the United Nations commissioners. I came immediately from the meeting and I made a briefing that our freedom is only in our hand, and only a people can determine at a particular time. Only a particular people, a population can determine what type of freedom they want. UN has no power to separate Cameroon. Get it from today. United Nations has no powers, but the people have 100% powers. In fact, 1,000 powers to separate. In fact, let me tell you the truth. Even the people of Ebolowa, if they want to separate from Cameroon and they stand grounds, they can separate. But no power, not even America can go there and separate for them. You can only fight, and when you fight, the only thing the international community and UN can do is that they come and call for peace. And the way they do is that they ask, what do you want? Oh, we want to separate. What do you want? No, we don't want them to separate. Cameroon is one and indivisible. Okay, you want to separate? Yes. Are you sure these people are saying that you are radicals, you are terrorists, that you are a few people? Are you sure you want to separate? They say yes. We want to separate. But they say you are only a few people in abroad that are destabilizing the country. Say no, our population is with us. Are you sure? Yes. Okay, let us put a referendum and see. If I am lying, the referendum will tell. Put the referendum, and you yourself, the organizer, you the UN, you are going to conduct the votes. UN has not come to destabilize the country. UN has allowed the people to choose free will. Let the people really say if they want to go or not. Then the people will come and vote. I want independent, no independent, one Cameroon, independence, federation, independence. And then at the end, the UN is the one that handles everything. It's a third party that handles everything. The supervision of America, UK, Germany, they are there, they are watching. Belgium, Norway, they are there watching. The free and fair, transparent election. And then they count the vote, and then they pronounce the vote. And when they pronounce the vote, like in Catalonians, the people voted to leave. They did a referendum, and the people passed. They won bigly and badly, separate from Spain. What is holding the people of Catalan down today? These people went to vote without guns and bullets. Now you have voted to have a country. The UN has come and conducted a referendum. You won, but you have no guns, you have no bullets. How can they give? Now, how can the UN not change everything when you don't even have any defense mechanism? Ambazonia is on the right track, but we need to make sure that none of our soldiers should be killed by our own soldiers. We have the guns and bullets. Now, the only thing is we have to disturb this Cameroon to an extent where the United Nations, now this commotion that's going on, I'm telling you people, it must end only in referendum. There's no way out. Let me say here today, quote me anywhere. We must end only in one thing called referendum. What is referendum? It's a vote. They can call it a different name. I don't care how. What. We are only going to end in ballot box. Only in ballot box. There is no way out. It's a ballot box. But we must disturb to an extent where there will be no peace. We must make sure there will never be peace. Because if we keep it consistent that there is no peace, of course, lack of peace in a particular area of the world is a concern for each and every humanitarian organization like the United Nations. They will not come to destabilize Cameroon. They will come and through a ballot box for us to say what we want. Now, when you start to disturb civilians, cause pain to civilians, And you know that civilians and soldiers are the ones that are holding grass. The time come now for us to have independence. Soldiers, remember that for your safety. You are maybe like 18,000 out of 8 million people. It is the 8 million people that now you will rely on to have the fruit of your labor. Now, if you go spend to that remaining 8 million civilians, and the time come now they put a ballot box, and civilians go and say, no, you were torturing me, you were beating me, you were kidnapping me, you asked me for money, and they go and don't vote. Look at how you have destroyed your energy. Those in the diaspora that are fooling you, they will be under ACs in diaspora and still living. I care much about you. Have you ever heard me say I want to fight because I want to come and work in Ambazonia? I am looking forward to going to retirement, highest 5 years. I will not work anything in 5 years from now. I will not. So I don't fight because I have said I promised Amazonia 5,000 employment. 5,000 employment. Don't ask me how I'm going to do it. I know how I'm going to do it. I don't say I'm coming to work in Amazonia tomorrow. What? As an advisor? Am I advising the government or what? Or am I putting a human rights TV for people to come and must speak freely? Or I create way for people to protest in any way they want to protest. I come there and make sure that they must protest. Where I am going ahead with the placard that they must protest. That's the only thing I can do as a retired person. To help citizens to air out whatever they want to say. And no police. And if a police should kill any citizen, they will start from me. That's the only things I can be doing. Civil society. Civil society leadership. Not to go and become a minister. What for? What? I think that poor and broke people who never know what is money, they want to become ministers. Poor and broke people who want to steal money, I think they want to become ministers because they want to eat from where they don't sow. Business people don't do that. So I want to let everyone know here clean and clear. When the time for referendum comes, it is our civilians that is going to vote. At times you think that soldiers have the powers. But no! There is coming a time that civilians are the ones now to determine. You have the power to destabilize Cameroon until there is no peace, until United Nations see that Cameroon has lost it completely. Like now. That's what we want to do. Every community is, if you come together with all your soldiers, you make sure that all the entry and exit, we have blocked it. Then we go directly to police station and Jenam station and tell them, Tasatan, we receive you today. Burn down everything. And then we take control over everything. Take all the tanks and mortars, everything. Take everything, even if it means removing the engines and keeping somewhere. Take everything, even if you cannot use it, burn it. Burn it to ashes. And then we will control the whole thing. And then, when the referendum comes now, civilians are now the king. Civilians are the one now that we must be under them like this and preaching every day. That's when politics start. You have to politicize that, like preaching politics to your civilians to tell them that, look, there are certain things that we have even crafted. We know the grudges of civilians. When the time comes, we have a thing that we have to say to civilians. This is not yet the time. But when the time comes, you will see what Liberation TV has got for Amazonia. You will understand that I studied politics in America. I studied politics in US. Because there's a lot that have been done that we have to manage it. It's called crisis management, damage control. But don't continue to add the damages. It will take us longer to control that damages, to manage the damages that have been caused. How will I start to convince somebody that our own person that you took 500,000 from, how will I convince that person to go and vote yes for independence? That is the damage part of the damage control. Now maybe we have to set a list for those people that paid those monies, that the state will have to refund them. Maybe we have to give them new promises. Maybe we have to give them new things. Maybe their children will go to school without ever paying any school fees. There will be a lot of damage control we have to put in place to make sure that civilians vote massively for separation. We have to let civilians know that even if money was taken from you, if Port Biya did not declare war, remember that they could have never taken money from you. Your own children we are fighting, they never went to the school of military. There's a lot of damage control we are going to make. But when the time comes, it is our job. We're going to do it. And knowledge sharing is power. If I have studied politics in the US, and I know some of my people are activists and they don't know the knowledge of politics, or maybe I have some natural knowledge, why we don't sit in our WhatsApp groups and discuss about how to talk about it? That's why we sit in WhatsApp group and discuss sometime. So everyone can blend the knowledge. I get the knowledge from Barretta, get the knowledge from Tapang, get the knowledge from other activists, and then we share knowledge, and then we come out and preach differently to our people. We have to avoid South Sudan. That's why I came today and said this. Today, as you are going, fellow soldiers, remember that as you are fighting today, you have the power and the guns. When it will come to the final line, they will throw a ballot box. The civilians will vote according to how you were treating them. The civilians will finally choose the independence based on how nice, how caring and loving you were treating them. So no one is indispensable to another. So you have to understand that we are all important to each and everyone. We are all important to each and everyone. Today you might think that you are the most important, yes, because you have guns. Yes, you are making the life ungovernable for Cameroon. But when the final time